I kind of did something crazy towards the end of September. I'm actually going to play a video kind of showing why I made a decision that led me to buying this car. Now, this car is a 2018 Honda Accord 2.0 Touring. So it is the 2.0 Turbo Touring. You're actually gonna see exactly why I bought this car right now. So you can kind of see here that I'm driving on a street in Northern Virginia. It is June 10th of 2018. At the bottom right, sorry for the mix-up of the date and the day there. So I'm driving casually down the street nearby my apartment, and in the distance you can see that there is a green light, and there is going to be a Honda Civic that is going to come from the right side. He is not even going to stop at his red light, and I'm going to proceed to T-bone him. It took forever to get my car back after this accident. As you can see the damage here, it's not that bad, but it took a long time. Okay, now that we're back and you saw the Tesla accident that I was in June 10th of 2018, basically what ended up happening is, thank God I had a dash cam. A guy basically ran a red light and it caused me to essentially T-bone him. The problem is that nobody really talks about what happens when you get in an accident in a Tesla. So I had a 2015 Tesla Model S. I got in an accident, guess what? Boom, Tesla's gone for almost 3 months. I'm sorry, for over 3 months. So because of that, as soon as I got the Tesla back on September 11th, on September 18th, I bought this car. Now, the car itself is amazing, and I see a lot of reviews on it, a lot of positive reviews on it, especially in the 2.0 turbo engine. It's a 10-speed automatic, it's not a CVT, it's got 252 horsepower and 273 foot-pounds of torque. In terms of power, this car is very, very powerful, but what this car is to me is something that's reliable. I love Tesla and I love what they're doing, but I really don't trust the company. I think the car is fantastic, but I don't trust the company. And really that's what kind of pushed me to this car. This car is very, very sporty, and I understand they're in completely different classes. Frankly, I don't trust Tesla, and I think other EVs look like crap. In terms of styling, I'm really just gonna show you the car here. I do think this car is amazing, and like I said, there's plenty of reviews, but this is an owner's perspective. I put, actually, I think almost 1,500 miles on this car so far, and like I said, I've almost had it for 2 months now. Once we get towards the end of November, it'll be 2 months. And so you really see these 19-inch wheels. These are beautiful wheels. I actually plan on upgrading these. On Honda's website, you can get blacked out 19-inch wheels, low profile tires just like this, but it'll be blacked out with black spokes. I'll actually put a picture up right now of it. And so that's exactly how I would do it. And then you kind of got, like, people make fun of it, but this kind of like almost like a unibrow chrome, right? I would actually get the sport chrome in the front that would essentially kind of like, I guess it would smoke the chrome out just a little bit and kind of break up kind of the look of that unibrow. Obviously, this has Honda sensing because this is the touring model, and it's pretty much fully decked out with every single thing that you could imagine. This is the modern steel metallic color. It's really nice. I like it a lot. I do plan on tinting the windows, and like I said, doing the chrome front there, and kind of doing the rims, getting different rims. And really the next thing I'd want to do is the spoiler. I'd want to get like a smoked out spoiler on the back. This is all from Honda. I'm not getting this from a third party. It's all from Honda. And you can kind of see it's got the dual exhaust there. And really that, like I said, it's a 2.0 turbo. It's a great car, honestly. It's got a backup camera. And really, I'm not trying to downplay the fact that I went from a Tesla to a Honda Accord, but I will tell you, I was able to strike an amazing deal on the trade-in because, the fact that the Tesla was in an accident, it's worth significantly less, so I've definitely lost money, but jumping into this car, it really is fantastic, and this is honest to God one of the best cars I have ever driven, owned. I mean, it really is a joy to drive. And if you kind of see here, you'll notice it obviously has that sloping roof line to the back. Everybody always says, you know, it's like an Audi A7. Well, let's be honest with ourselves. It's not an Audi A7. But I will tell you, this car shocks me every single time I drive it. How much power it has. I mean, it is unbelievable. I do plan, hopefully in the future, I plan on going through the Honda route. It's essentially a tune where you can, I guess, manipulate some programming in the ECU that kind of delivers more power to the engine, because what's beautiful about this engine in this drivetrain, and believe me, I'm not 100% versed in all the terminology, all the car terms, but this car actually shares a lot of the same DNA in the engine as the Honda Civic Type R. And if you know anything about that car, it's completely bonkers how fast it is. And this car shares a lot of that DNA in the 2.0 turbo engine. So it has a lot of low-end torque that you kind of feel right off the line. And the steering of this car feels amazing. And like I said, the technology is amazing. You know, you're going to hear me say amazing a lot. So just to go back to, you know, talking about Honda, essentially what it'll do is it'll tune the car or retune it. You got stage 1, stage 2, and I think stage 3. I guess read something online that stage 3 might be a little bit risky, but stage 2 can bring this car over 300 horsepower from 252 horsepower, and I think, like, you know, give it over 350 pound-feet of torque as opposed to 273. So it really gives a lot of power to this car. The only thing that's alarming is all that power is going to the front wheels, but still it's a lot of power. The 0 to 60 to this car, I'm pretty sure it's 5.7 seconds. That's what I've read online. Again, I will correct myself if I'm wrong when I edit this video. You'll see the dual LED headlights. It's got LED fog lights down there. I mean, it really does a good job. Just the styling of this car, they did an amazing job. And if you really tell here, the car sits pretty low, and it's got some good body lines. Pretty soon I'm gonna get actually to the drive, but I just want to show you this body line in it. It really reminds me a lot of my Acura TL. I had a 2012 Acura TL, and really what I notice is you kind of see just how athletic this body line is going all the way up, and it's exposing the wheel a little bit. I mean, it really is a fantastic vehicle. I'm very excited to own the car. I'm like I said, I'm always impressed. I'm always impressed by the car. This body line here, I love how it's got this aggressive line going this way as well. It really is amazing. One more thing about the Honda Sensing that I really wanted to discuss. It's got a pretty cool camera up here. Ignore my dash cam here. It's got a cool camera up here, obviously, that'll mitigate traffic. I don't know if a lot of people talk about this. So coming from a Tesla, it's very important to me to have a car help me in traffic, because I drive on 66 every day. It's a highway in Northern Virginia, and it kind of sucks in the morning. So having a car that can kind of mitigate that and just allow me to kind of have a little bit more of a relaxed drive, it's very helpful. What this will do is this car will come to a complete stop in the adaptive cruise control, and if the car in front of you starts moving within, I believe it is 5 seconds, this car will automatically accelerate back up to the predetermined speed that you had and the amount of car lengths that you have. I think you can set it to a maximum of 5 car lengths away from you and a minimum of 1 car length away from you. So it'll accelerate, obviously, if the 5 seconds elapse. If you're sitting in traffic and you're stopped for more than 5 seconds, you can either just tap the gas pedal or just hit resume right on the steering wheel, and I'll go ahead and show you that on the drive. So with that being said, coming from a Tesla, obviously you never had to hit resume. It would steer for you to a complete stop. This car will not steer for you to a complete stop. This car, again, will fully stop, but it will only steer for you if you're going above 46 miles an hour. Again, 46 miles an hour is when it will start steering for you. Now, I've noticed if I am going more than 46 miles an hour, it'll steer for me. And then if I suddenly drop speed because of traffic with the adaptive cruise control, it will actually steer for me almost to 40 miles an hour, and then it'll beep and tell me, hey, I'm not steering for you anymore. So it's got a little bit of a leeway, but 46 is what you need, is the magic number you need in order for it to kind of kick in. But it's a really good looking car. I'm very, very impressed with what Honda's done, and it's kind of hard to believe that this does not have a big A for an Acura badge on the front of it. It really is amazing. And like I said, I had a 2012 Acura TL, and I was thinking about it before I did this video. This car reminds me of that 2012 TL, just the way it drives. I know this is a 10-speed automatic, and the Acura TL had a dual clutch transmission. This car feels just as sporty as that TL did, and I love it. I love it. And I love people complain about the low-profile tires, that it's a little bit harsh. I love that because it kind of gives you that sporty nature, and because a lot of people are buying SUVs nowadays because gas prices are down, nobody's really buying family sedans anymore. So why not make them sporty? Why not differentiate this car from previous generations? And I really love what Honda's done. All right, let's get in. Again, all you got to do is really just put your hand here in the door to go ahead and open it up. And if you want to lock it, you just go ahead and tap over here and it locks. Cool thing about this car, it's got walk-away auto door locks. So as long as I have the key fob in my pocket, oh, this is a silicone cover to protect my key fob. I'll link it in the description. It's a great investment. These things are expensive. So anyways, as long as I have the key fob in my pocket, if I close the door, it beeps once to tell me all the doors are shut, including the trunk. I walk away. Just locked. I don't know if you heard that. And it's got walk-away auto door locks. I love that. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Tesla, where if I walked away, the door handles would kind of go back in the door, and then the mirrors would, fold if I wanted them to. Anyway, so inside the car, it's got 12-way adjustable seat with lumbar support. It's got memory seats. Again, this is the top of the line trim. It's got kind of this faux wood. It does look like open pore wood. They've done a pretty good job. And, it's got leather wrapped steering wheel or fake leather. I really don't know. I can't tell the difference. But these are ventilated and heated seats, only for the front driver and the front passenger. In the back, it's got a ton of legroom. Ignore my windshield cover there. It's got rear vents. It also has that kind of more of that fake wood a little bit there. But it's got heated seats in the back, not ventilated. And something to note that I kind of read online, the heated seats are not just for the bottom, but they're for the bottom and the back. There is no heated seat for the middle, and there's a heated seat obviously on the other seat over there. Again, bottom and back. So it's really, really cool. It's got the little center armrest over here with the cup holders. And the reason why I'm kind of glossing over all this, it's got dual map pockets, is because you can kind of see reviews like that online all day. But again, I've never seen a review, an owner's perspective review of the top-of-the-line Touring 2.0 turbo trim. And I'm going to give you that now, so I hope you guys like it and enjoy it. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. One thing I forgot to talk about, ignore all my Wegmans bags here. The trunk is huge, and this rubber mat I got on Amazon. I can also link this in the description as well. But the trunk is huge. I think they said it's 17 cubic feet. Again, if I'm wrong, I will correct myself, I promise. But it's huge. I've seen people, like grown adults, get in here in videos and just, pull the latch or whatever to open up this trunk and pop right out. It's crazy. These are what the rear tail lights look like, and also this is an LED part of the brake light if I hit the brakes. But a lot of people have criticized how the back looks. I definitely think they could have done a little bit of a better design than the lobster claws, but it's still a really good looking car. I definitely appreciate it. So these are LEDs. I think this is LED as well. This is not. This is incandescent. This is the turn signal. You obviously have turn signals in the mirrors as well. And let's get on the drive.